You are about to experience the Northwest Indiana Wrestling Action Program with delayed audio coverage of the Revolution Championship Wrestling event, Defy the Odds, from Saturday, August 12th, brought to you by moi, Ken the Metal Professor. This is Ken the Metal Professor for the Northwest Indiana Wrestling Action Program. I'm sitting here in the Goodson Event Center in South Bend, Indiana. I think over the last 6 months, if I added up how many minutes I've been anywhere apart from home, this might be in the top 3 to 5. I am here for the Revolution Championship Wrestling event, Defy the Odds. This is delayed audio coverage, obviously not coming to you live, but it is Saturday the 12th at about 7 p.m. Eastern Time as I'm sitting here. Oh, ring announcing is happening.
We're coming to RCW's Defy the Odds.
And I am sitting right next to the speakers, so we should be able to hear the ring announcing very clearly. I was worried that I wouldn't be able to talk over the house music to even start this little intro here. Anyway, you probably know the drill by now. I'm getting all the audio, I'm editing it down. 3-hour show squished down to about 50 to 60 minutes. This is a new talent showcase match, so it's sort of a pre-card thing, or a pre-show to introduce new wrestlers to the crowd. As we go along, I'll tell you any highlights, tell you the winners and losers and schmucks. And, yeah, wrestling on the radio on WVLP. So this pre-show match is underway. It's Darius Luttrell, who comes to the ring shooting air balls, and I don't mean that in a disparaging, he can't shoot kind of way. He's got a basketball gimmick. He's very tall, and he comes to the ring making the basketball shooting motion, but he doesn't have a ball in his hands, right? So literally air balls. He's taking on someone whose name I didn't catch, but I believe he's going by the moniker The Chosen One. So it was confirmed to me by our friendly ring announcer for the evening that Darius Luttrell's opponent is AJ Fire. I thought the poster said Fine, but I was reading it on a computer screen and I couldn't zoom it. And he just gave Luttrell a chop block to the back of his leg. And Darius Luttrell picks up the win here in this pre-show match. After a near catastrophe where AJ Fire almost ran into his own second, his ring partner, Megan. While he was backing away from that, Luttrell grabbed him, put him underneath a big leg, and that was it. Daniel Stark in the ring. His opponent being introduced for this first match on the real show, not the pre-show. I believe his opponent is going to be Let Her Rip, and this is a submission match. So things are probably going to get a little bit tense. And I might be a little too close to one corner of the ring. The Dark Delinquent. Yeah, that pretty much sums it up for him. And I mentioned that this was a submission match. It's a submission match for the RCW No Limits Championship. Let Her Rip is offering his hands in the center of the ring to Daniel Stark. You know, with his other hand clasped behind his back like a gentleman. And he's giving the crowd the, come on, he should shake my hand, right look. And then when Stark reaches out for it, he does the old slicking of the hair move. You should have known. You know, for a submission match, this is not starting off very intensely. Well, until Daniel Stark grabbed Let Her Rip immediately and yanked him to the mat to try to put him in a submission hold, but a little too fast for that. Daniel Stark is all psyched up because he just delivered 3 suplexes in a row to let her rip. And then he straddled over him and pounded on his head. And he's got let her rip in a leg hold. Stark's ankle is down on one shoulder, and then he's twisting back on the leg on the same side. But let her rip was close to the ropes and was able to grab the rope to force a break. Well, let her rip has gained the upper hand. He makes the "it's over" wave. It looks like he was about to put Stark in a submission hold, but Stark snuck out from underneath, came up behind him, and put him in a sleeper, forcing Stark forcing let her rip to tap out. However, let her rip does not want to give up his belt, and he went and yanked the belt away from Ref Ray, even though it now belongs to Daniel Stark. Let her rip looks like he's opting whether to leave the ring with the belt or to be a gentleman and hand it over. There he goes. There he goes. That's the nice guy. He hands the belt off to Stark. And then, let's see, 3, 2, 1. Nope, no drop, no super kick. Let her rip goes to leave. Stark stops him and offers his hand. This is a much better handshake than the one that started the match. Let her rip raises Daniel Stark's hands in the air. And 3, 2, 1. Nope, let her rip has actually left the ring with no shenanigans. The next match is a tag team match. First out is Just Business. Giuseppe Gambini, Richard Wright with Jackie Jester. Richard Wright has dyed his hair very blonde, and now it's tied up in a bun, and now he kind of looks like a cupcake. And here comes their opponents, who I believe are Funk and Fresh. It is indeed Funk and Fresh. The taller of the two, which might be Funk. I actually don't know which is which, but he's got tights from his waist down to the boots that are light green underneath with darker green vertical stripes. And he kind of looks like a watermelon. So cupcake and watermelon, we've got a picnic going on here at RCW. Richard Wright, being the man of leisure and wealth that he is, had a stack of cash, and he offered it to Mr. Fresh of the watermelon tights to just kind of give up and walk away. And he pretended to think about it, and then he said, "I don't think so," and he threw the wad of cash into the crowd. And when Wright turned around to watch it fly, he was attacked, and now he's laying in the ring holding his head. Mr. Fresh has been taking pretty much all of the punishment so far. Other than when he was first in the ring, I don't think Funk has returned through a tag. Wright and Gambini have tagged in and out a couple of times. Gambini's in with Fresh right now, and there was a jawjacker when wrestler A gets the top of his noggin up under the chin of wrestler B and then drops to his knees. That's gotta hurt. And Fresh was about to tag in Funk, but Jackie Jester had made her way around to her opposite corner so that she could yank Funk off the ring apron. before the tag was made. So Fresh is still in there. Now, I do know the tall one with watermelon pants is Fresh because his tag team partner, Mr. Funk, was trying to get a chant going. And he was having the crowd start to chant, "Let's go Fresh." Wright is waiting on the second turnbuckle for Fresh to stand up. He jumped off with an axe hammer, and Fresh stepped aside, gave him a blow to the midsection. Now Wright is rolling around, clenching his gut, while Fresh is just loopy, trying to make his way over to his corner for a tag. And 1-2, both teams get the tag there. So it's going to get a little noisy here for a sec. With two Fresh people in the ring. And not Fresh the person, but Fresh as in not tired. Now Gambini and Wright are both in the ring. Yeah, but that's okay. The other two guys are in the ring, so it's fair. All four are in the ring. Jackie Jester distracted them, and they both got clobbered from behind. Oh, here comes Jensen from the back, and she looks angry. She's pacing around to the opposite side of the ring, and yep, she has yanked Jackie Jester off the ring apron. And she's chasing Jackie Jester away, which draws Richard Wright out of the ring to chase Jensen, who is chasing Jackie. Leaving Gambini all alone. And Gambini was about to take a bulldog. He yanked himself out of it. Funk is on the top corner turnbuckle. And a big elbow right on top of Gambini, who is still all alone. And that's what happens when you ditch your tag team partner. He gets beat.
And here are your winners, Funk and Fresh.
Alex Van Zant against Tony Thunder for the Heart of the Revolution Championship. Neither one of them has the belt.
In this corner, introducing the challenger. He is the freshest wrestler in the game, the professional Tony Thunder.
Okay, so Tony Thunder is the challenger, Alex Van Zant.
And in this corner, your RC
Oh, okay, well, that makes sense.
Revolution champion from the University of Michigan, the Starbucks superstar, Alex Van Zant.
So Van Zant doesn't have the belt, but his ring attendant, whose name I learned at the last show and now I've forgotten, she's holding the belt on the other side of the ring, and I just didn't see it there. But he did come out first, so usually champ comes out second. That's confusing. And he's already been tossed out of the ring by Tony Thunder. He charged back in to be met with an elbow and a clothesline, and now Van Zant is back out of the ring again. Tony Thunder hasn't even stopped dancing from his introduction. He's all loose and ready to go. So far, Alex Van Zant has been in charge of this match. Throwing Tony Thunder up and over with a couple of suplexes, had him in a submission hold. Just planted him face down, but now Van Zant is sort of just leisurely hanging out with his ring attendant near the ropes instead of taking care of business, which is giving Tony Thunder a little chance to recover. And it pays off because Tony was able to kick him in the mush. But not a 3 count. Van Zandt has Tony Thunder locked in a figure four, which Tony Thunder pretty rapidly rolled it over into that reversal. The mysteries of the figure four. When applied in one direction, it hurts the opponent. When flipped over face down, it hurts the person giving it. And Van Zandt's ring attendant is distracting the ref, and she tosses the belt to Van Zandt while the ref is distracted. And Tony Thunder is checking with the ref. Why are you doing this? And the ref has thrown her to the back. Meanwhile, Van Zandt clocks Thunder with the belt. It's always fun when refs themselves obviously never watch any wrestling, because then they would know when the person up on the ring apron is distracting them that something is afoot. Even after getting belted with the belt, Tony Thunder is able to kick out after two. That was Tony Thunder with a surprise roll-up of Van Zandt, but he didn't get a 3 count. There's a pedigree from Van Zandt to Thunder, who is next to the ropes, but Thunder is basically out. So Van Zandt gets the pin.
And here's your winner, Alex Van Zandt.
And Miss I got thrown out of the match and sent to the back has now come back out to ringside. So I think Van Zandt should be retroactively disqualified for that breach of etiquette, but I'm not in charge. Next up is Shauna Reed versus Alice Crowley for the RCW Women's Championship held by Shauna Reed. Shauna Reed comes to the ring with quite the attitude, demands that the referee hold the ropes apart for her.
In this corner, introducing the challenger from Indianapolis, Indiana. She is the Unicycle, Big Al, Alice Crowley. And her opponent from Knoxville, Tennessee. She is your RCW Women's Champion, Shauna Reed.
Shauna Reed has that perfect mix of someone who seems proud to be a champion but also detests that she has to represent RCW. I saw Alice Crowley like 4 years ago at NGW, New Generation Wrestling, down there in Crawfordsville. Haven't seen her since. Shauna Reed's been trying to put Alice Crowley away for a bit now. No luck. Alice just kicked out at 2, and Shauna Reed did the, I think that was 3 motion at the ref. The ref held up 2 fingers, the peace sign, said no, that was 2. Shauna Reed reached out and grabbed his ring finger and pulled that upright to make a 3 sign, but that did not convince the ref that he had counted 3, which is shocking. Ooh, now Alice is in the ropes, draped over the second rope. And Shauna has Alice's face in the crook of her knee when she's pulling her ankle up to make a V shape with her leg, with Alice's head in between hamstring and calf. It was also sort of funny to watch a little bit of staging going on here. So as I'm in this room, the camera that's filming the event, little webcam doohickey there, is on the south side of the ring, behind a few rows of seats. The sound table is over on the east side of the ring. That's also where the bell is. the ring table. So a couple of matches ago, when Ref Ray was observing attempted submissions, and he would ask the person, "Do you give up?" And the person says no, and the ref would, signal to the back or to the ring table or the announcers or somebody, "No," he says no, he's not giving up. So Ref Ray would very clearly face himself and say that towards the ring table on the east side. This ref, when Alice was in a submission and would not give up, he makes the "she says no" to the south side at where the camera is. So between the two of them, if you take the average, they're actually motioning to me because I'm on the southeast corner of the ring. And here comes Alice rolling in through the second rope and plants Shauna's face down into the mat, but only a 2 count. And Alice had Shauna down on the mat, and Alice ran to the corner to start climbing the ropes from the inside of the ring, being kind of slow about it, which gave Shauna time to jump up and run over there. And now she's yanked Alice down, kick to the gut, and sort of that move that starts like you're going to do a fisherman suplex with the leg hooked, but then you corkscrew yourself and plant the person's face down into the mat. Whatever that's called, that's what Shauna just did. And Shauna Reed remains RCW Women's Champion. Ring announcer Kendra announced, as we learned on Facebook, that Jorge Bravo is unable to compete. He's half of the tag team champions. Tore his Achilles tendon, so best wishes for him for a speedy recovery out of that. So instead of being in a match with him, Travesty has come out to the ring. Travesty has his normal gold Asylum face mask on, but now he's wearing jeans and black boots and a white vest, and he seems to think he's Stone Cold Steve Austin. He did get hit on the head when he was filming a challenge. He was hit on the head with a chair, and I think he's got Dane Bramage.
Oh, that's a lot better. Well, hell, I gotta tell you, I'm a little bit pissed off. I'm angry. I'm annoyed. I'm miffed. Well, I take that back. I'm really pissed off. And I'm gonna tell you something right now. I came here tonight to open up a can of whoop ass on Jorge Bravo, but he ain't here. Now, what I'm thinking now, I ain't leaving this damn ring until I whoop somebody's ass. And if you want to see old Stone Cold open up a can of whoop ass, give me a hell yeah. I ain't leaving you guys to get rid of me. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be, huh? I ain't leaving. Come get me.
I wish you could see this, because he's got the Stone Cold mannerisms down. Basically, he's been possessed by Stone Cold Steve Austin, which is weird because Stone Cold ain't dead. So I don't know how he possesses somebody. So Travesty wants to whip somebody's ass, but the only people out here are security. There's 4 of them. And there's a stunner for one of them. A stunner for the second. Well, the guy kind of fell away out of the stunner. There, the third one did it right. And here's the 4th one. He wants Travesty to leave the ring. So there you have security members that apparently never watch wrestling, or else they would have all charged in at the same time instead of one at a time, right? And there goes security number 4. And now here's a ref. And another ref. And another ref. All the refs are here to try to control travesty. If security can't do the job, call the refs. Looks like one of the refs talked him down, but nope, stunner for the ref. The other 2 refs are smart. They're not in the ring. Travesty has finally ceded his position in the ring. And now he's stomping off Stone Cold style. Middle fingers raised to the crowd. When your palms face forward, that's okay, because then it's a salute. And all the security people are being helped to the back. The talk show portion of the show continues. Kender invites another person out who wanted to have a moment with the crowd. I have no idea who this is. This time everybody's saying what because they can't hear him. You know, it can be pretty dangerous to come out here and make an open challenge because Brutus Dillon might answer it.
Cut it. How's everybody doing here tonight? Look, my original opponent this evening, Gary J, is not here. But this idiot is out here running his mouth. And he seems like he wants to fight. Yeah! Well, it just so happens I want to fight too. Yeah! So, I say, you get your Greek ass in this ring. Referee, come on out here and let me kick your ass in front of these fans here tonight.
Well, I still don't know the name of the gentleman who came out running his mouth. He's called himself the Greek God. He may have given us his name, but he was getting booed so loudly that nobody could hear it. No name on the tights. So he's just the Greek guy. But to his credit, he does have Brutus Dillon down. After a chop block. Not a chop block. From the front. Chop blocks are from the back, right? So he just took Brutus's leg out from under him from the front. And he's got Brutus in a chokehold, but Brutus is standing up, fighting his way out. Ooh. Double chop to the throat. Greek God guy here getting a little cocky. He actually had Brutus Dillon staggered down on the mat, but he spent too much time prancing and celebrating. By the time he went to apply something else, Dillon was recovered, and now Dillon just gave him a big splash in the corner. Big curling body slam there. Yeah, but Greek guy kicks out. At 2. It looks like Brutus Dillon is in the mood for a choke slam. Oh, but when he started raising Mr. Greek up, Mr. Greek caught him in the chops, and then with a kick, running elbow. And he almost got a pin. 2.5 on Brutus. And there's another sit-down choke slam by Brutus, and that does the trick. Mr. Greek got a little cocky. He announced to the crowd it was time to go home, and he was right, but not in the way he thought. You are listening to the Northwest Indiana Wrestling Action Program on WVLP 103.1 LPFM in Valparaiso, Indiana.
Shut up! Does that make you cool? You got a fake mega horn? That's good. That's good. That's good. Listen!
Sam Knight was introduced to start the second half, and he rudely yanked the microphone out of Kendra's hand.
Shut your face. So tonight,
He is not being polite.
Mockery of that walking giant, Anthony Lee. And I'm coming to take the RCW Heavyweight Championship the way that I deserve to. I deserve it. I have laid down in this ring for multiple times for you stupid people, and you've done nothing. You can't even buy my merchandise, let alone stuff your face with hot dogs. You can do that. You can do that, a little candy bar. You don't need that. That's not something you need, huh? So tonight starts a new era for Sat Knight.
Anthony Lee was just introduced. He was being a gentleman and helping Kendra back out through the ropes, and Sam Knight attacked him from behind. We've got two large gentlemen here in this match. Looks like Anthony got in the last strike. Sam Knight has walked away from the ring, back to the end of the tables and near the concession stand. And Anthony Lee chases him over there. As long as they stay over there, I'm fine with it. So, maybe not the last time I was here, 2 times ago here for RCW. I was starving, and I went and got a couple of pieces of pizza, and they just buy a whole bunch of boxes of Little Caesars and then sell it out one piece at a time. And I was so hungry, and that pizza tasted so good that I decided to go back and try Little Caesars again in Valpo. I did that, and it was actually pretty good. And then I got hungry tonight, but I waited too long. I got there during intermission after the pizza had been sitting there for an hour and 45 minutes at least. And yeah, it was kind of cold and not quite as good as the other time I had it. But that was my fault. Now I just need him to up the beer selection to include some yummy IPAs, and we'll be all set. So Melissa, Brutus Dillon, if you're listening, IPAs, please. Anthony is just slugging at Sam Knight. He missed, and then Sam Knight with a drop kick. Sam Knight just drilled Anthony Lee with a spear. And Lee rolled out of the ring down to the floor. Retreat at that point was probably a smart thing. At the last show, we witnessed something billed as a hoss fight, which wasn't anything with particular rules. It was just a recognition that you had 2 large mammals in combat with each other. And that's kind of what we have here, too. It wasn't billed as a hoss fight, but it is. And Anthony Lee gets back in at an 8 count, using the ropes to help pull himself to his feet. Sam Knight is waiting in the opposite corner. And here he comes. Lee ducks out of the way. And with his own double drop kick. Now he's charging from the other corner, and inverted cannonball. And I can't see Sam Lee's face from my corner, but I can see his head bobbling from side to side. He is loopy. And after that, the ref counted a pinfall for Anthony Lee, totally missing that Sam Knight's foot was clearly on the ropes. He even saw the foot once he stood up, and now he's looking at Sam Knight like, yeah, man, sorry, I didn't see it at the right time. So, as much as I hate to say it, Sam Knight has a legitimate beef with the results of this match. I don't know if this is going to work. Kendra says that RCW just received a video, so we've been instructed to watch it on the wall, but the room is brightly lit. There's flames. Then a snake. Metalcore music. Spooky pictures. Medieval drawings, a lion. Sean Phoenix has come out from the back to watch the video. And after all the imagery, at the end it said, "They are coming." So, yeah. And Sean Phoenix has run back out of the ringside area. He's asked for the film to be replayed one more time. So this time he goes right up to the corner turnbuckle and lights a fireball. So was this his video? I don't know, because it says, the video said they are coming, but he's only one guy. Well, this is going to be a friendly match. Sean Phoenix and Theo Storm with a sportsmanlike handshake at the beginning. And then Theo immediately proceeds to back Sean Phoenix into the ropes and a clean break. Well, this is different. Circling each other. A very dynamic collar and elbow tie-up. Sean Phoenix had Theo in the ropes, and he released and slowly backed away and then acted like he was going to do a chop. And then he stopped, and he was like, haha, I got you. Theo Storm with a cannonball onto Sean Phoenix in the corner. We got a 2.5 count out of it. This has been a fun match. We need more of this. Just two guys wrestling. Not because they got a beef. just because it's what they do. In a double clothesline, they took each other out. Theo just got Phoenix with a go-to-sleep type of maneuver. And got a 2-point, let's call it a 2.88. So close. And Phoenix barely kicked out. I mean, he just lifted his shoulder a couple of inches, just enough to break the count. Theo is going for his springboard stunner, but Phoenix was expecting it. And he jumped up and brought Theo's forehead down to the mat. Now Phoenix is up on the top corner turnbuckle. Goes for a swanton dive onto Theo, but missed. Theo ducked out of the way. Okay, now they're just smacking each other. Elbows flying. So much for finesse. And then Theo comes out of the side with a corner, and that's it. Theo Storm with the win.
Here is your winner, Theo Storm!
Well, now in what might be the last match before the main event, we have Jensen taking on Megan. It's either DeFranco or DeFrancisco. I thought the flyer might have said DeFranco, but she was announced as DeFrancisco. Now, she was the ring attendant for our friend AJ Fire from the first half of the show, if you remember him. So he's now the second, or the ring attendant, for Megan. They've had a busy day. Jensen just picked up Megan and just slammed her down. And Megan escaped and rolled out of the ring. She's calling for a timeout, but that ain't gonna happen. Now Jensen just delivered a spear to Megan. She was going for the pinfall when out comes Just Business. Richard Wright is now up on the apron distracting the ref. Jackie Jester sneaks in from behind Jensen with a bag of something in her fist. Clobbers Jensen from behind. And that is Ref Ray counting 3 as Megan pins Jensen with a little help. And we'll go with DeFrancisco now because I've heard it twice. It is main event time.
RCW Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first.
It is an I Quit match for the RCW Heavyweight Championship. Kevin Storm is the champ versus Brandon Day.
In this corner, from Bridgewater, Virginia, weighing in at 230 pounds, he is the Unchained Brandon Day! And his opponent, he is from South Bend, Indiana, weighing in at 190 pounds, and is the RCW Heavyweight Championship, Mr. RCW, Kevin Storm!
So this is an I Quit match. Ref Cody has the microphone at hand so that at the right moment he can shove it in somebody's face and ask them if they quit, and we can hear them say, "I quit." But till we get to that point, it's been interesting because there's been a lot of just headlocks and stuff, but punctuated by very high impact moves. There's a big clothesline up and over the top rope. So it's mostly jockeying for position and then trying to get in a good solid wallop to take the other person out. Now they're outside the ring on the opposite side from me. Brandon Day is 3 times now told Kevin Storm to quit. Storm has said no each time. Brandon Day is just a mean-looking dude. Like, the guy never cracks a smile. It's like, imagine you're meeting your accountant and he discovers you filled in a box on your form wrong, and instead of just saying, hey, this is wrong, he scowls at you and then leaps over the desk and hits you in the face with a chair. That's Brandon Day. And Kevin Storm is signaling his defiance. You know how he is. You know how he's doing that. Brandon Day just held Kevin Storm inverted with Storm's feet way up in the air and his head down towards the mat. Held him up there for a good 10 or 15 seconds.
You've had enough. Go ahead, quit. Sticking up your ass.
I think that means Kevin Storm doesn't quit yet. And Brandon Day is just, well, he said, well, never mind then, and he left the ring. Oh, wait, no, he went out there to get something from under the ring, and here, you know, here comes the chair. I was just using that as an example, Mr. Day. He's got the chair, and he just jams the blade of the chair, the top round part, right into Kevin Storm's gut. Now he has the chair sitting in the ring in the normal opened and upright position. He drags Kevin Storm over and slams his face into the chair. The chair has more work to do, as now Brandon Day has the legs of the chair and the support bar across Kevin Storm's neck. I don't think that cough signified I quit. And chair goes up, chair comes down. Maybe now.
Don't quit, Kevin, don't quit! Son of a bitch! Quit! It's harder than you.
If you've watched wrestling, you've seen the twisted up top 2 ropes thing where the arms are between the 2 ropes while they're twisted up. Kevin Storm was in that, but he just got out. He got out right at the last second as Brandon Day was coming at him with a boot. So when Storm dropped out of the ropes, Brandon Day's leg went up and over the top. And now he is straddle-legged on that top rope, and Kevin Storm is now bouncing that rope up and down. Kevin Storm was about to swing the chair at Brandon Day, but Brandon Day speared him back into the corner. And then Day charged from the opposite corner for another spear, but Storm leapt out of the way, and Brandon Day went right through the turnbuckles into the ring post. So Storm is trying to take advantage. A couple of blows to the head and a clothesline. Back elbow. And a boot to the face. This is one of the rare points in the match where Kevin Storm's had the upper hand. slingshot into the corner, and when Day rebounded out, he just booted Storm. But then Storm picked him up with a spine buster, and that sound you just heard was Brandon Day splatting into the mat. Kevin Storm had Brandon Day laying flat on the mat, and he came off for an elbow drop. But Brandon Day was kind of playing possum, and he caught Storm, and now he has him wrapped up in a submission. Sort of a Cobra Clutch looking thing from this side. Both of their backs are facing to me. Why did he let go? Oh, see, so I guess Kevin Storm seemed KO'd. Brandon Day thinks he should have won the match, but the ref is saying he has to say the words "I quit." I guess passing out doesn't count. Now it's Storm's turn to play a little possum. He got Brandon Day wrapped up in an arm bar, but Day fought out of it. Just kind of shoved Kevin Storm's face away with the heel of his boot. Now Day just delivered a big clothesline with the arm that Storm had in the arm lock. And now Day looks very distressed about that arm. He's clutching it. Kevin Storm 1, Brandon Day's arm 0. And Storm realizes what's happened, so he just delivered several punches right to the shoulder of Brandon Day, and now he's kind of slingshotted Brandon Day into one corner post and then across the ring into the other. Day is still clutching that shoulder. And Storm drops Brandon Day with an arm wrench. And here comes the chair. Mr. Chair, meet Mr. Day's arm. Still no quitting, though.
Come on, Brandon. Come on, sweet friends, wake up. This is what you wanted, right?
Whoa, Brandon Day is in a sleeper hold type of move. But, you know, Kevin Storm is shorter than Brandon Day, so when he's got the sleeper hold on from behind, he really can't see much. And the ref was close enough that Brandon Day just reached out and slugged the ref. Storm didn't see it, and then Brandon Day just said, "All right, I quit, I quit." So Kevin Storm released the hold and only then realized that the ref was down. Didn't hear the submission. Now it's pretty smart on Day's part to say that when he knew the ref wasn't going to respond, to get Storm to release. And now here comes Brandon Day with old Trusty the chair. He's placed it across the head and chest of Kevin Storm. Oh, man, unchained Brandon Day has got his chains. So now he's chained Brandon Day. And I know I've used that joke before, but it's still appropriate. He's got the chain wrapped around his forearm, and he's climbing the ropes on the outside up to the top. Storm is still laying there with the chair on his face. Oh, and Storm was playing possum. He jumped up and bounced the ropes so that Brandon Day ended up straddling the top turnbuckle with a bit of force. And Storm looked like he was trying to pull Brandon Day off the top corner with maybe a diamond cutter type of move. But Day choked at him with the chain, which Day still has. But Kevin Storm has the other end of the chain. And he yanks Day off the top turnbuckle into the center of the ring. The ref is still down. His feet are wiggling, though, so maybe he's going to wake up soon. Ref is slowly coming to his senses. Brandon Day is laying face down in the ring with a chair up against his shoulder, placed there by Kevin Storm. Kevin Storm has Brandon Day's chain wrapped around his forearm now. Second turnbuckle. And he crashes down onto the chair, which was on top of Brandon Day. And now he's wrapping the chain around Brandon Day's shoulders and head and face. And there you heard it. Brandon Day said the words for real this time. Yeah, Brandon Day, maybe if you leave your chains in the back, that wouldn't happen. And that's a wrap here from Defy the Odds. Uh-oh, Theo Storm has a microphone. We are ready to go home, Theo. What's up?
We're going to have a little short meeting of the minds for a second. As we all know, last month, I won the tournament. Gave me where I was told number one contendership against whoever the winner was between you guys. I'm cashing it in next month. Just a few days away from my birthday. I'm going to give you all the time you need to rest up and do everything you got to do, because I don't want this Kevin Storm out here. I want the one that helped bring me into this company 10 years ago. I want the 110%, not old 75 here. So I'm going to give you all the time you need. And I'm going to be the bigger man. I'm also going to give you your rightfully earned title tonight. But just keep it warmed up for me. I don't want this match, I need this match. Not only to prove to everybody else here, not only to prove to you, but to prove to everybody else that's giving me this opportunity to stand in this ring, that I can not only be the enforcer that you are, but to prove everybody else here that I've earned that damn spot on this roster.
The next RCW event is Revolution Rumble in September.
Don't take this wrong, little brother. I respect everything you just said. But September 9th, Revolution Rumble.
I said that.
Cue the sirens. And don't sing it. Bring it.
And a double challenge, but a friendly shake of the hands for the championship match that will take place at Revolution Rumble on September 9th here at the Goodson Event Center. That's loud. I'm Ken the Metal Professor, signing off for the Northwest Indiana Wrestling Action Program at RCW's Defy the Odds, South Bend, Indiana, Saturday, August 12th. On WVLP 103.1 FM in Valparaiso, Indiana.